Okay, now here we are in Saturnar. That rhymed. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Now let's see if these guys cast spells. Looks like these guys don't. That's good. We'll go over here and over here. Do these guys cast spells? No, they don't. Fantastic. So we'll use our guard here to absorb some of their damage, which is great. We'll use Expel Harm to keep ourselves nice and topped off. These guys basically can't hurt us now. That's fantastic. So it's going to be interesting to see how that changes a lot of our cooldowns and our rotation. So it looks like our rotation right now is Keg Smash. Everything dies. Yeah, making sure we're looting these guys for their horns as well. Always loot things if you can. So we'll use another Keg Smash here. Kill these guys. I suppose we want to keep our guard up as much as we can. We want to basically use it on cooldown to make sure we have the best shield available. And we'll hit you. Going through this at a decent pace. We'll use Dizzying Haze here, combined with Expel Harm, and then a Breath Attack. Now, I'm actually curious. I'm wondering if I should be using... maybe some Brewmaster tanks in the comments would like to answer this for me. Whether I should be using Expel Harm even when I'm at full health. Because, I mean, it's better than a jab, because, I mean, it's an okay amount of damage. It generates a chi. I don't know. I'm not sure whether I should be using it while Keg Smash is on cooldown. I mean, Keg Smash hits really hard anyway, but, you know. So, we'll be going through here, gathering a few more of these guys. Gonna Keg Smash you, hit you in the face, and finish it off with a jab. And there we go. So, actually, let's have a look. So, jab deals 40-odd damage. This deals... that's math. Let's see. Oh, I wasn't in combat. Damn you! Damn you, Mr. Blazing Trickster. Blackheart Trickster. Whatever. Damn you for ruining my math. So we will put our guard back up again, making sure we just use that on cooldown, essentially. I think that's a good thing to keep an eye on in terms of information. So we'll roll over to you, hit you, and then see how much we hit for. Oh, of course. I see. So it doesn't actually deal that damage unless you get healed. Right. So that's... actually, probably not all that useful to use unless we... Oh, hello, boys. Unless we actually have taken damage, which at the moment we're not going to be taking damage because these guys are green and we have an absorb shield. So we're basically completely fine right now. So we will just go and grab a few more of these. We'll just kill you instantly. Right now we're just going to aim for the demon portals. And there's another one over here. This will put us at 11 out of 12, which is an unfortunate number because we're right at the edge of camp. That would have been perfect had we been at 12 out of 12. Are there any more over here? It doesn't look like it, so we will continue rolling this way. Oh, a little bit of a lag spike there. I believe maybe one of my videos just finished exporting. They tend to do that. All right, we've got a herb over here as well. So actually, we'll go over here and aggro you, smack you, put our guard up, just because I can. I want to mostly because oh, they already spawned. That's nice. We'll kill them before we leave. Mostly because I'm using this guard on cooldown because it seems like an ability you should be using on cooldown. Just generally. I mean, I wonder if we'll have any abilities that interact with it in the future. But, where is this? Hello. Where is this herb we need? It says mouse over it. It's called Bruiseweed, which means that it won't be growing on anything. It'll be growing next to something. Bruiseweed? Hello? Interesting. Am I missing it? Ah, there you are. Gotcha, you little bugger. Okay, so there is the Bruiseweed. Generally, you can tell where something is growing based upon its name. The other herb is all the way up that cliff, so we won't be heading that way. We'll go and kill these guys before we leave. So, generally, yeah, you can tell the name... You can tell where something is going to be in terms of positioning based upon its name. So, for instance, Grave Moss generally grows on top of things. Using that Expel Harm, even though I probably shouldn't be. That's okay. It's a shame, because I want to use it. It's a cool-looking ability. So we'll grab you. And it comes with its own unique animation as well, which is awesome. So we will head out of here. We don't need to kill you. We will spare you for now. And then head back to Splinter Tree Post. The Hearthstone is still on cooldown. So actually what we're going to do now is we're just going to check our friend list. Is anyone online? Yes, lovely Sigmaton is online. He's in Shadowfang Keep. Interestingly enough. Okay. So, hey, Sig. He's my raid leader. Hey, Sig. It's Konto. That's who I'm known as. That's the name of my shaman. It's Konto. Leveling and alt. Leveling and alt. May I get an invite into the guild, please? Smiley face. Ah, he's fighting the Valentine's people. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It says 0% here. He's about to win, so it's all fine. We're just gonna head back down here as hopefully he gives us an invite. Sure on a sec. Okay, sure, 1 sec. Awesome. Thanks. I have a habit of trying to correctly type everything with caps locks and proper punctuation and everything. That's just something that I do a lot. It comes from the fact that I used to be a role player. So we will head down here. And I wonder if this invisible wall is still here. That's going to be interesting. It is not. Interesting. Maybe it was just a bug with the phases. Okay, so let's head in this direction. Hand in these quests. Looks like we don't actually get... We get a lot of reputation, but we don't get any items. Okay, so next we can head to either Silverwind Refuge, which we don't have. We only have Sharp Tanner's Claw to take us there. Or the Zorumgar Outpost, which is where we want to be going. So I am on a task from Kadrak. I must get to Zorumgar right away. We could have headed back to Orgrimmar at that point. Not necessary right now, though. So, time for another time-lapse as we fly through Ashenvale towards Zorumgar Outpost on the shoreline. Okay, so here we are at the outpost. Now, this is actually where our leveling experience might come to an end in terms of Ashenvale, so we'll hand in this quest. And we've got now some quests to kill a whole bunch of level 20s, which they're 6 levels below us. It's not really that necessary. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by selling some stuff. And then what we're going to do is we are actually going to wait for our Hearthstone. It's going to take 20 minutes, so... time for another dungeon. So we'll find a random group, and hopefully this time we will be in a better position to handle the enemies, because now we have breath. We had that before. We have guard, and we have expel harm. We have touch of death. We have detox, and of course we have fortifying brew when we take a lot of damage. So that should all go quite nicely. So we're in a little bit better gear now. We actually have some gear. Some of it is actually pretty decent in terms of stats. So we should be hopefully pretty good. So we shall enter the dungeon from here, and hopefully it is one of approximately our level, so we can get lots of experience from it, and hopefully get to level 27. And we might actually just go for level 30 through dungeons. This is the kind of technique I'm using right now, because I'm currently leveling... that didn't... Unfortunately, they said no. We'll have to re-enter. But right now I want to level up as a tank, which means that I want to obviously get experience of tanking as I go through and as I level up. And now, especially that I've unlocked things like guard and expel harm, we will eventually bloody well get this dungeon run going, I promise. Now that I've accessed things like that, we should be a little bit better off. So hopefully this healer will accept. Huzzah! And we are in Gnomeregan. I don't believe there are any quests for Gnomeregan, but we should be good. We don't have any buffs to offer the group. We shall... Who is our priest? You are a priest. Okay. I can't see you. Is it because you don't have any eyes? There it is. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we will start off with an experimental pull. We'll keep our guard up as we hit this guy, and hopefully we have people coming to us. And it seems like we're not taking too much damage. They can't get through our guard. That's nice. And we want to, of course, watch out for dudes taking our aggro. So we will head down here. Now I have to try and remember exactly what direction to go in this situation. So what we'll do is we'll gather that. Just so, what direction do we want to go in? And we'll just agree on that. Do we want to head down here, or do we want to head around? Let's head down. Let's head down. So let's say that. So I will use this, and if I use it, it reduces my full speed, and I jump down. Use this, reduces my full speed. It's all good. You don't lose most of your health when you fall down. I'll just taunt this as we go down here. Grab aggro on this. Make sure I have aggro on everything. Use another guard to keep myself nice and healthy. So it's all good. Now this guy is going to do a Toxic Nova. Hopefully he'll die beforehand. Looks like he will. It's all good. So here is the Viscous Fallout boss over here. So we will aggro him with a taunt. And also throw out a Keg Smash to aggro the other dude. So now we're going to actually use our survivability cooldown to help reduce the damage we take from this guy. And we'll keep an eye on our health to see if Expel Harm will see any use here. So we'll use a Blackout Kick here. Looks like we lost aggro on this guy because other people were focusing him. That's all good. We can, we'll try and save a little bit of... Oh, we're actually taking a little bit of damage there, so we'll reapply our guard. And that's all good. So we got that cloth. Not so good for us. So now we want to head... use your map a lot here. We want to head towards this direction. So we'll head over here, aggro the two of you. This place can be pretty confusing for a lot of reasons. But we'll taunt you. Come over here. There we go. So we just don't want to lose aggro to anyone who is overzealously DPSing. So hit you and you. Make sure we... Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. We seem to have drawn a lot of aggro here. So we'll put our guard up. Survivability cooldown is not available at the moment. So we'll roll backwards and see if we can kite these guys a little bit. And then we'll apply our dot. Back off a little bit. Throw out that. Looks like we might lose a bit of aggro over here. So we'll roll forwards. Again, we're getting a few killing blows. Still don't have an interrupt for these guys, but it's all good. All sorted. Get a heavy bronze lockbox to show for our efforts. Keeping an eye on the chat in case anyone's like, I need a break, or the healer's like, I need mana. We don't want to be charging on ahead and ruining her day. So now it looks like, actually this is the wrong way. We want to head this way. We don't want to be heading into the, what's that place called? The dormitory. We want to be heading this way. I believe that's the case. Anyway, I might be wrong. So we'll reactivate our guard here. Use an Expel Harm, just to get ourselves a bit of a heal. And then continue to smack things in the face. We should be all good. Use a Tiger Palm. Oh, didn't have time there. So we'll head through this. Interestingly, don't worry about these quests down here. That's just a bunch of different things to activate. They're not real quests, so to speak. So we'll just get these guys into a corner here. Keep an eye on our health. And we dinged level 27. Really early as well. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So we will... Oh, not right-click on ourselves there. We'll loot you. Roll forwards. Aggro you. Use this corner to get them close together. And then use a breath and, at the same time, a guard to help ourselves. We're at 50% health at the moment, so we'll use an Expel Harm to heal ourselves up a little bit. Leather, intellect, stamina, not so good for us. So I want to mouse over everything, make sure we're using it all. And then we'll actually Touch of Death you. It wasn't necessary, he was really low. Anyway, so we'll just back off here, give them a little bit of line of sight. Aggro the Mechanized Sentry. We want to make sure we don't go too close to the right-hand side of this path here, because otherwise we might accidentally aggro some of the defenders down here. Although, honestly, that might not be too much of a big deal. So, let's play dangerous, shall we? We'll aggro that while we're fighting these guys. And hopefully we can just get out of their line of sight. Come on, come on. There we go. Just out of my line of sight. Gonna slowly make sure that I'm not in his line of sight at any point. So that we can head down here. Alright, so we're gonna jump down here. And aggro that mobile. I'm just gonna throw some stuff up there. Looks like it's just out of range. That's fine. Those guys aren't too dangerous anyway. So, we'll use another Expel Harm here. And then roll forwards. This guy's just grabbed aggro, so we'll taunt him. Use another kick smash to secure that aggro. And then activate our guard. Keep ourselves nice and healthy. 76% health, so the next Expel Harm will be okay. Although it looks like we've gone back up to full. A cloth belt that we don't need. Now for some AoE. So we'll taunt this guy. Get aggro on everything. Kick smash. Use a breath. And be happy with ourselves. And we're doing nicely. So use an Expel Harm there, just in case. I'm using it on cooldown. I don't know if I should be. I imagine that in raids we might be doing that because raids are quite dangerous. We'll be taking a lot of damage. So we will roll into this situation. Use a keg smash. And then use jab to generate one more chi to get enough for a guard. Watch this paladin. Make sure he's... Come on, fight this guy. There we go. Charge in here. Throw this. And then... just use our AoE abilities to keep aggro. This is very important that we have these AoE abilities available and that we're using them, because by using them, we keep aggro and we don't let the aggro go on to the rest of the group, which is something we obviously don't want at all. So we're going to roll ahead, make sure we are constantly keeping ourselves like that. Going to Touch of Death you just to make things easier for everyone. And we'll keep Expel Harm on cooldown. That's generally something I want to do. Now, you can actually go through here and ignore these guys, but I'm not going to. As a tank, it is almost always a good idea to be the guy that aggroes things. You want to be the dude that is pulling, because otherwise, and by pulling I mean actually, you know, attacking the enemies and making them come to you, that's called pulling. You want to be the guy that's constantly pulling, because if someone else does it, you're not ready. Because if someone else aggroes while your back is turned, you're... yeah, electric justice indeed. We'll use our guard here. If someone does that while your back is turned, the chances of them dying are much higher than if they do it while you're there, you know, and you see it. So we'll use our survivability cooldowns for this Mega Vault ability of his, just keeping ourselves nice and safe. Man, I love monks. I love monks as well. Believe me, I'm really enjoying this. So that's stamina and spirit. We don't need that. So now I believe we jump down. Yeah, so they're cool. Yeah, let's see if we can find... oh, a little bit of bug there. Oh, did they have any parachutes here? This is a barrel of melon juice. That's not. We jump down now, right? Just making sure people know. I believe we jumped down. Yeah, okay, let's go down. Hopefully we won't fall through this. Oh, we fell through it! That's okay. We'll use a healing potion here. Activate our guard to keep ourselves nice and healthy. You see that big absorb shield on us? That's a mixture of the paladin and the priest and myself. So that's all good. So now we'll just pause for a moment and let ourselves heal up a bit. Use a couple of these. And now I believe we want to head... Oh, looks like we want to head this way. Oh, there are actually bad guys here. And they're pulling, so that kind of defeats the purpose of me leading. But that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. That's want to make sure we grab you, aggro you, and then just touch of death to you because I don't like you. So there's a discussion going on about monks right now. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that that's happening and they're not arguing about gear like last time, because last time that happened, unfortunately, I was not only very squishy, I died very fast. Because the healer, unfortunately, wasn't paying too much attention. So we will now head, making sure we keep an eye on the... we don't want to head that way. I believe that leads out of the instance that way. So we'll head this way. And unfortunately, there aren't many enemies to fight over here. So we'll head this way. We don't want to... just making sure, yeah. Looks like the crowd pummeler is this way, so we'll head this way for the boss. Want to make sure we're keeping an eye on the group, making sure they keep up with us. Don't want them running off in the wrong direction. Okay, good, they're all with us. So we will smack you, smack you. We've actually pulled quite a lot of these guys here, so we will use a second jab and then grab aggro on you. Use an expel harm. We've got our guard up now. We should be all good. We should have plenty of aggro. Use a blackout kick here, and all is well. And, okay, so now we will head this way towards the next boss. Although, it is a little bit awkward trying to figure out where all the enemies are. That's fine. Can I loot this guy? I can. Well, we might as well need on it. Sorry, we might as well greed on it. Don't ever need on things. Okay, so here is the next boss. So we'll wait for people to arrive. Looks like they've arrived. We'll charge in. Make sure we taunt him. Get our guard up. All is well. Got the guard rolling. I keep saying rolling while I play a monk. That's terrible of me. So we'll wait for our cake smash and then use another blackout kick. We'll pop. Don't have fortifying brew available right now, actually. We won't use the killing thing there. All right, so that's good. We get a bunch of experience. Get a two-handed mace that we can't use, which is a shame because that is a pretty nice mace. And then we'll head around here. I'm not even sure where I'm going right now because I'm not used to doing this instance in this way. But there are bad guys to fight here, so we will fight them. So we'll make sure we grab aggro with a cake smash and then dot them all with a breath of fire and then use our guard to keep ourselves healthy. Okay, lovely jubbly. So a bright sphere, that's just an offhand weapon. Making sure we grab aggro there because cake smash is on cooldown. Want to make sure we taunt nice and early to keep them on us and not on anyone else. Now, where do we head? We don't want to head that way because that leads out of the dungeon. Do we want to head this way? Question mark? Well, let's find out. So we'll grab aggro here, use a guard, and then a breath to keep ourselves busy. And as we kill these guys, we'll use an expel harm, one more breath, and just another cake smash. And just melee him a couple times. And looks like, hopefully there is a way out around here. Looks like there is. So that's a cloth. We don't need that. Just greeting on everything that we can't use. Aha! This looks like a way out. So let's head this way. Keeping an eye on the group behind us, while also making sure we don't run face first into a group of enemies. Looks like the person who is lagging behind right now is a DPSer, so that should be fine. I'm lost. I'm fairly sure I'm lost. I'm fairly sure I'm lost at this point. I think we have to go this way. I hope we have to go this way. Yeah, this looks about right. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, so we'll aggro these guys and hopefully not get too lost. Use our guard again. Okay. And we'll just... Yeah, we're all fine at this point. And use a tiger palm there. Head this way. Not going to head down there. Oh, actually, we can. We might as well aggro them. We'll throw that down there. And then throw that down there. Just want to make sure that we get plenty of aggro here. Going to use our survivability cooldowns because we have a lot of them aggro to us. And we'll taunt you because we're losing aggro on you. Use an expel harm at this point. Use another breath. Use a cake smash. Use that in tandem with... What else do we have? Not much. Actually, we have a guard available. That's great. We'll use that. And then we'll use another cake smash to cause some problems. Lovely jubbly. Pulling them all together. Keeping them nice and busy. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to pull them all together so that we get plenty of experience for the group. So what we'll do is actually they have a long run, so we won't aggro them, because the chances are I'll lose aggro before they reach us. So we'll just hit you and slowly make our way backwards. Now that we've got aggro, we'll just roll this way. And now that we've got Dizzying Haze on all you three, I will aggro you with a Keg Smash, use our breath, and also guard to keep ourselves nice and healthy. Use another breath to keep these guys busy, and make sure we blackout kick that mine, because otherwise it would explode, and exploding mines suck. So we'll aggro with a Dizzying Haze. Again, just making sure I'm using as many of my abilities as I can. That's really the bottom line here. Keeping an eye on my health, using Expel Harm there. Looks like the priest is all fine. Everything's all good in that regard. So we'll head down here. Lots of potential XP we could be missing there, but this place is pretty massive. So we'll head here. Looks like we've actually missed a boss at some point here, which is a shame. But, you know, not really much I think I can do about that at this point. Oh, I used Chi there when I shouldn't have. So losing a bit of health here, but gaining the guard there now that we have our Chi back. And can we? No, we can't quite. So we'll roll forward, use that, and then just instantly kill him. And now we'll actually use this chance to aggro you two. In addition to you three. Keg Smash here. Breathe Fire over all of you. I'm rooted, but I have aggro on everything. We'll use an Expel Harm. And then a Flame Breath, keeping a close watch on our health in case we have to use something like, say, a health potion. But it seems like all is well. We will use another jab, get our guard up. Although that wasn't really necessary. Everything is now dead. And we can head through the final chamber, which is where McGinnis Thermoplug is. So this should get us to level 28 fairly easily. So we will get our movement speed increase going with this. This guy, I believe he doesn't do too much. We'll aggro him, do the little jump trick to get him facing his back to the group. And then we'll aggro you. We'll just actually absorb these, I think. We can probably just absorb them just fine. So we'll use our Berserking here. And keep an eye on everything. Make sure there is no ads spawning to ruin our day. It looks like they're not. He's yelling a lot. And there we go. Lovely jubbly by level 28. Cloth and more cloth that we don't need. So we'll say thanks very much for the run. There we go. And we will use one final Expel Harm to get ourselves healed up. And then we'll pop out. So nice and easy. That puts us up to level 28. Now that we're level 28... Now we'll have a look at this satchel of helpful goods. And we get a strength, stamina, and dodge necklace. That's not bad at all. Would have preferred agility, stamina, and dodge, but that's just fine. So now we will fly back to Orgrimmar, because there are a couple of things we want to do in Orgrimmar. First of all, we want to make sure we go to the auction house and try and sell our 48 wool and our 57 linen, and maybe our 11 silk. Maybe. I have to see about that. We'll also see what we can do with some of our herbs, although it looks like we'll probably be lacking behind a little bit on that. Although it is also important to note our Herbalism is at 60 out of 75, which unfortunately is enough to allow us to skill up. Not unfortunately. I say unfortunately because last time I buggered up, and last time I saw that, you know, I thought it was a maximum of 50, not a maximum of 75 for some reason. But yeah, that's all sorted. Level 100 Blood Elf Hunter, hello. And we will have a look at here. So it looks like we should be all good. It looks like we're going to need to get some lower level herbs before we level up a few more of our stuff in alchemy. So we'll do that. We'll also hand in the quest with Vol'jin and go and finish it at Splinter Tree Post. Then we'll probably see about maybe doing another dungeon, getting ourselves to level 30, because that's basically what I'm aiming for right now. Of course, doing 10 levels a day is going to get harder and harder as we level up. After about maybe level 40, maybe, I'm not entirely sure. After that point, it's going to get very difficult to do 10 levels in one day without heirlooms. So it's going to be important to note that maybe we'll be going down to maybe 5 levels a day, and then down to maybe 3 or 2, and then, of course, once we hit the higher levels, 1 a day. So, but we'll keep ourselves busy, and we'll keep ourselves leveling. So we will, we'll just speed this up now while we head to Orgrimmar.